Welcome back to my channel everyone. I'm Charles from Charles in Photography. We all like going out taking photos of landscapes, wildlife, and for some of us nightscape images of the Milky Way and the night sky. When we're shooting landscapes, most of the time when we're in low light, we're using our tripod so we can actually use a very low ISO. But when I'm photographing wildlife, then all bets are off because I shoot in manual mode and I control my shutter speed and my aperture. And when I'm shooting birds in flight, for instance, I could have a shutter speed of 1/2000th or even 1/3020th of a second, which means that my ISO will actually be quite high. It could be as high as ISO 3020 or even ISO 4000 if I'm in low light. The same for nightscape images. Now, even though our camera is on a tripod, we're limited because there's very little light, so we have to increase the ISO to, for example, ISO 4000, ISO 5000, ISO 6400. And when we start editing our images, this is where we start finding digital noise in our images. And depending how aggressive we edit, how much contrast we add to our images when we're editing, the more digital noise we'll actually see in our images. And for many years, I've been using Adobe Lightroom. And in Adobe Lightroom, you can use the slider to reduce the amount of digital noise that you have in your image. But the problem with Adobe Lightroom, I've found over many years, is that once I increase that slider more than 20, I can actually start seeing my image becoming quite soft. So for many years, I've used a program by Nik software, and about 5 years ago, DXO bought the Nik software off Google. It is now called DXO Dfine. And I found that when I use this software in auto, for wildlife images, it's actually quite good most of the time. But sometimes it's actually a bit too aggressive in reducing the noise and softens the image up. Not as bad as Lightroom, but still more than I like. So you can go into the plugin and say measured, and you can actually control how much noise is removed from your image. But in the last year, a few of my photography friends have been telling me about the software from Topaz Lab called Denoise. And one of my very good mates has told me, he said, you should try this. It's actually very good. Over the last week or so, I've actually been trialing the Denoise software, and I've actually found it quite good. And today we'll actually compare Lightroom without any noise reduction, Lightroom with some noise reduction, the Nik plugin with the Dfine noise reduction on auto, and also to measure to try to get the least amount of noise without softening our image too much, and then also the Topaz Lab Denoise in auto mode and also in manual mode. Now the Nik software has a suite of plugins. This is why I've been using for quite a while, and I tend to lean more on the Nik software than the Topaz, because the Topaz, they're single plugins. So you've got to pay around $75 US per plugin. But the reason I like the Nik, because they have a suite of plugins, and I really like using the Color Effects Pro because I can make a recipe up of different plugins. So if I want to add some contrast, if I want to add a vignette, all that is in there. So I can make different recipes for different images. Because I've got some recipes for landscapes, I've got some recipes for nightscape images, I've got some recipes for wildlife images. So today, I'm actually going to look at two images. One is a wildlife image of a black-head stork. The other is a nightscape images. And we'll go through the slides, and we'll start with Lightroom with no noise reduction, and we'll just step on through the different software, and then we'll actually make up our mind at the end which is best. Join me and let's take a look at these photos. So this is our first image. You can see it was taken at ISO 3200. Now this shows you the crop that I'm using for the rest of the photos, because it's very hard to actually see how much digital noise is in these images if you're actually looking at the whole image. So this is Lightroom with no noise reduction, and this is a finished edited image, and you can see there's a lot of digital noise in the background there. Now this image we're using just Lightroom noise reduction, and it's set to +25. You can see we've reduced the amount of noise, but there's still quite a bit there. But I can see that the bird's head is starting to soften up a bit, so this is why I stopped at 25. So this image is using the Nik Dfine plugin set to auto, and you can see it's actually done quite a good job, much better than Lightroom, and we've still got quite a bit of detail in the bird. Now this is Nik Dfine in manual mode, and we've set the control points to where I wanted, and now you can see that there's less noise in the background, but I've still got quite a bit of detail in the bird. It hasn't gone soft like the image in Lightroom. Now this is Topaz Labs Denoise, and you can see it, this is on auto mode, and it's very easy in Denoise. When you're just starting out, there's just a switch and you just click it and you set to auto, and it'll gauge how much noise it has to remove. You can see it's actually done a very good job, but if you look in the background, it looks very grungy, but it's kept quite a bit of detail off. Now this image is denoise, but in manual. So I've actually controlled the amount of noise that I want reduced. I've enhanced the sharpness, as you can see, and I've also added some recovery detail because I found that it had just lost a little bit of detail, so I actually just slid that slider up a bit. And just take a look at the background just above the head. It is so much cleaner than the first image in Denoise. Now this is our nightscape image taken about 2 years ago in the scenic rim with my Nikon D7500, the camera I had before my D500, but with the same lens that I'm still using today for nightscape images, which is the Takina 11-20mm f2.8 lens. And if you're shooting with a crop censored body, this Takina 11-20 f2.8 lens is just one of the best lenses you can get for astro for an APS-C censored camera. So you can see here the ISO was 6400. Now this is where I took the crop from, because I took it there so we could still see this is like a wedding chapel that they've purposely built for weddings, and I wanted to have some of the chapel, but I also want to show some of the background mountains to show you how much noise and how soft the image can get when we're reducing digital noise at night in images like this. So here you can see this is Lightroom, zero noise reduction. It is quite grainy, but still for ISO 6400, you can't complain. There's not that much noise. And remember, I've already finished editing this image. So I've added some clarity, I've added some texture. So there's a little bit more digital noise than what there would have been in the original raw file. Now this is Lightroom with the noise reduction set to 20. That it's removed quite a bit of digital noise. But look at the chapel. You can still see in the beams there that there is quite a bit of noise there. But remember, this is a heavy crop, okay? So you'd really be hard to see this if you'd print this image out or just shared it on social media. Now this is the Nik Dfine set to auto, and you can see it's actually done a very good job, better than Lightroom has done. And I've still retained quite a lot of detail in the chapel. Now this is Nik Dfine set to manual, so I'm actually controlling the amount of noise because I found that in the auto it just softened up the chapel a little bit more than what I was happy with. So I was very happy with this image. There's a bit of noise there, but I'm willing to accept that because I'm shooting at such a high ISO that I don't expect a noise-free image using ISO 6000. If this image was shot at ISO 100, there would be very little digital noise, but the stars would actually be streaking across the sky. So this is the Topaz Labs Denoise set to auto, and you can see it's done a very good job. But look at the image, it's actually quite soft. Look at the sky, and especially the mountains in the background. It actually looks like you've actually got a rubber and just smoothed it out. It's just too smooth for my liking. But some people would actually quite like that because it's taken all the digital noise out. Now this image, I've gone in and I've manually set to try to remove some of the noise without smoothing the image down too much. And I can see now that the mountain in the background, there's actually some detail there. It's not like I had a 4B pencil and just drew the mountain. I can see there's still a bit of sharpness in the mountain. There's some sharpness in the beams of the chapel there, but there is a bit of noise, but it is much better than what the auto setting was. Using these plugins in the auto mode will get you very good results, but a lot of the time they're actually too aggressive, so they'll actually remove too much noise. So you've got to go in and refine it manually to your liking, because remember, an image shot at ISO 3200 or a shot at ISO 6400 will have a bit of grain or digital noise there. Don't try to remove all of it, because it'll just look like a painting. Now, which software do I think does the best job? Well, like most people, I would lean to the Topaz Denoise software. But because I actually like the whole suite of the Nik plugins, I'll actually keep using the Nik plugins and just upgrade to the latest version, which is version 3. And it'll cost me around $150 US. If all you wanted was just to use the Denoise for Topaz, go ahead, because it's $75 US, which is around 100 Australian dollars. It does a great job, slightly better than Dfine, but I'm willing to accept just that little less inferior in the digital noise, because I want to use the other plugins, and I'll pay the $150 US, and it's a lifetime. There's no subscription. Not like the Adobe products that every year you have to pay your subscription. So if you found value in this video tutorial, give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Stay safe, enjoy your photography, and I'll see you next time.